Hi everybody. Okay, I know I did a video before about no verdict yet. That hasn't changed. The reason why I want to do another video is because there were some things that came to light today that were just mind blowing for me. So I wanted to voice them and talk about where I think it's going from here. Okay, so I've only covered three, maybe four trials, so not that many. Um, but I'm getting into the groove of it, and every time I think that the person is gonna be found not guilty or something, I'm sometimes I'm right, but sometimes I'm wrong because I've learned that you can't put um, a statement on the time. Okay, meaning you can't say, oh, if they come out in 2 hours, it's not guilty. Oh, if they come out in 8 hours, that means guilty. Every jury is different, and um, everybody is different. Number one, so everybody has different opinions, and you think that the thing is, you have to get out of your head and not try to think that they're going to think the same way you do, or you're going to be sorely mistaken. So, um, right now, they're on to hour 8 as of today, and they stopped. Although I knew, well, I didn't know if a verdict was going to come out or not, but I was kind of sure it wasn't because as it got later in the day, and then also in the morning, they had said one juror had said to the judge they had to be home by 4. So yeah. And then the other interesting, weird thing that happened today was that the defense attorney asked for the verdict form to be fixed because there was no box that said not guilty. There was guilty, or apparently, if you didn't check a box, any box, that meant not guilty. But there was no box that said not guilty of anything, including the lesser included charges. So that's what he asked for, right? Okay. After he asked for it, and he was denied at first because apparently I I don't know if this is true, but the judge made up the verdict form. So she took offense to it when Alan Jackson said he didn't like the look of it or that it needed something else. Okay? So she took offense and she's very defensive and she said, "No, it's fine. I don't see a problem with it. What are you talking about?" Um so so then she calmed down. Oh, but before that, she says, "Okay, well, and there's Alan Jackson and David Yannetti, right?" So David Yannetti says, "No, I've never seen a form with not guilty not on the form as a choice." And she says, and then apparently Karen Reed smiled or laughed a little bit, and she said, "Oh, is this funny, Miss Reed?" With attitude. You can go back and watch anybody covering verdicts. Watch, and it's there. I just can't believe that she's so uh, opinionated, aggressive at this point with the defendant. I mean, okay, let's look at the defendant's history here. She has not been convicted of anything at this point. And I don't think she did anything. And the evidence supports what I'm saying. And also, on top of which is not supposed to be the ultimate consideration, but she is fighting MS. And MS is a tough disease to fight, okay? So if the woman wants to smile a little, give her some grace. She's not, this is not a funny situation at all. I don't think she thinks that way. Give her a break. Give her a break, you know? Um, yeah. So, okay. As for my thoughts on it having to go to day 3. Now, I have been watching a couple trials that lead into day 3 because apparently they deliberate for 3 or 4 hours at a time, give or take. Okay, because yesterday it was about 3 hours. Today it was 5 hours. And then so I have seen verdicts come in at about the 10-hour mark. So that would mean 2 hours into tomorrow could be a verdict. Now, I say could because, like I said, every jury is a different animal. So there's no telling, oh, well, in the history it's done this. So that means it's going to do. You can't say that. I I don't know. I'm starting to get nervous that they're not agreeing on what to do. So I don't think they found her guilty of um, vehicular homicide or whatever they're calling it, or any of the intoxication stuff. But I don't know. Maybe they don't agree on that, but they feel like they have to agree on something else. Or they were maybe on the positive. Okay, I'll give you a couple negative-ish scenarios there. On the positive, maybe they were waiting for the box to say not guilty and not guilty of any of the lesser included so they can check it and be done. Well, I mean, check it and make sure it's done right and yada yada yada. And then the 4 person sign it and then you're done, right? So maybe it's that. But like I said, I've been on the case, so I'll be on the case until there's a verdict. And then when there is a verdict, you best believe I'm going to give you the verdict and also my opinion on said verdict. So expect at least another video of this. All right? Bye, guys.